Hi everybody. Last week we worked at man in the middle, doing it manually in Kali Linux. Now we're going to use an open source program called Bettercap. We want to make sure that our Kali Linux and our Windows VM, and I use Google Chrome for these types of labs, we want them both on the same network. We don't want to interfere with your regular network's communication. So here's a picture I found somewhere. Here is our original connection from the computer to somewhere, to the firewall in this case. What happens here, just like the last one, is that this Kali Linux computer persuades the firewall that I am the victim computer. It also persuades the victim computer that I am the firewall, so I can intercept all the information. Well, let's look at our setup of our virtual machine. I'm going to bring up my VirtualBox Manager. I'm going to go to Files, Tools, Network Manager. I set up a separate NAT network for my ethical hacking. You would do create, name it ethical hacking. I can remove it and start it over again. Oh, can't remove it while it's in use. Okay. Anyway, you click create and get out of the way. And then you would type in the name of the network, put in the IP address, and you're good to go. So I'm going to get rid of that one because I don't need it. So the IP address scheme I used is 10.10.1.0/24. That's a Class C subnet. All my recordings will show this. The next step is you want to make sure that each of your computers, going into the settings, that each of your computers is connected up to the same NAT network. Well, my Windows machine is. I'm going to check my Kali Linux. Yes, they're both on the same NAT network. They should both be getting DHCP addresses. So that means we should be good. Let's go to our Kali Linux machine and drag him over here. There we go. I brought up a terminal prompt. First, we want to know what our IP address is. IP space A will show us that our IP address for our Kali Linux is 10.0.1.5. So that is the attacker IP address. We also want to know what is our firewall. Well, in VirtualBox, when you set up a NAT network, it automatically does whatever the name of whatever your network address is, in this case 10.10.1, it always assigns it to 1. And we're always going to have ET80 as our adapter address. Even if your computer has wireless, remember, we're virtualizing. So this virtual machine has no clue what hardware you have in your computer, and it doesn't care what you have. So our next step is to install Bettercap, and we're going to install the latest version from their GitHub website. And instead of doing it manually, we're going to create a little script file. So I'm going to select this text and then Control-C to copy it. I'm going to use nano to create a file called bettercap.sh. Nano is a text editor in Linux. I like it because it's easy and I don't do a lot of text editing in Linux. Well, the next step is you can right-click and paste, which is, there it is, Shift Insert. You can paste the selection, or I use the shortcut key, Shift Insert. I do enough copying and pasting to Linux that I like to remember it. All right, Control-S saves, just like any other application. And this means Control-X exits. There. Now, we're ready to run our program. We're going to say bash, which is our command interpreter, and then install bettercap.sh. So we press enter. We need our sudo password because this is going to update and install things. It's going to do all kinds of stuff automatically. So we press enter. And this is going to go for a while. I already tested and tried this out this morning, so it didn't take me quite as long. It takes quite a while because you're installing Golang languages and all kinds of things. Well, we want to update our caplets. Well, caplets are little scripts that help us automate Bettercap. So we want to make sure they're all up to date. And that doesn't take very long. We also, even though it is up to date, we're going to do update.check on. That checks Bettercap to make sure that everybody's happy. Yep, everybody's happy. All right, so we're going to quit because now Bettercap is installed. Everybody's good. Let's go through how to start Bettercap. If we do an ls right here, you notice that there is a Bettercap folder. So we're going to cd to that. I'm using tab completion. In here, we're going to run Bettercap. Sudo be Bettercap. We need to specify our interface. So -iface is the argument that we want. In VirtualBox, our interface always going to be ATH0. I almost had an O in there. Oops. I forgot we have to put in this guy. // There we go. Better put that in my directions. All right, so this enables a command line session for Bettercap. If you type help and you're not sure what to do, well, there's all kinds of help and things going on here. It tells you what the help module is, commands, specific help. If you want help on certain modules, here's all the modules. The only thing we have running is the event stream. Now the next thing we're going to do is type net.probe. And we're going to type net.probe on. Now this is going to look through our network and find everybody. Well, it's not going to find me, but it did find my other virtual machine, which is the desktop. That's our victim machine. And there we go. If we type in net.show, whoops, I'm not typing anymore. This shows us everybody on our network. Here's our gateway. This is us. I think this is the DHCP server built into VirtualBox. This, since it says desktop whatever and I didn't rename my computer, that is our victim machine, 10.0.1.4. All right, so now we need to set up a few things. We're going to do set arp.spoof .full. We have to turn on full duplex so we can spoof both our victim computer and our firewall. Okay, now we need to set our spoof targets. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? That should be ARP. RP spoof. All right, that's better. And then we need to set, I'm just cursoring up, targets. Our target IP is, yes, going to be our victim computer, 10.10, 10.1.4. That's my victim computer. Now I'm ready to turn on the ARP spoof. All right, ARP spoof is on. And it's probing and doing its thing. Now, so that we can see that something's happening, we're going to turn on net.sniff. On, and then that'll show us packets happening. Well, nothing's happening right now, so we're going to go to the Windows 11 computer. I'm going to use Google Chrome, and I'm going to go to a specific website designed for these sorts of labs for anybody to use, vulnweb.com. volweb.com. It's created and maintained by a security provider. Can't remember the name of the security provider, but do I need www? Maybe I do. And it is not secure. So we take off the HTTP. There it is. http://www.volweb.com. All right, we only went to that one website. Now look back here. Look at all that stuff. We're capturing all sorts of things happening here. Now let's go back to, we're going to go to a specific website, test.html.volweb.com. And there it goes. And see, we're getting all kinds of information, HTTP responses. And look at all that, all kinds of things. We're going to capture some packets now in Wireshark because it's easier to look at it than over here. So Wireshark is already installed in Kali Linux. Here is our main adapter, ET80. It's always going to be ET80 in VirtualBox. We're going to start capturing. Then we're going to go over to our Windows 11 machine. We're at Security Tweets. We're going to go to the logon button, type in admin, and I'm going to put in surprise or just a bunch of stuff as the password. Well, you're not really logging in. What it's doing is passing the information back and forth so that you can capture it and see how things can be captured. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, as you can tell. There's ARPs and there's all sorts of goodies. All right, well, let's stop that. And we are going to do a filter just to find the HTTP packets. HTTP. There, that's all we've got, HTTP. Look at all these things happening. All right, we've only got just a few packets. We want to look for here it is, login. There we go. If we go to login, I think that'll be right. So this one or the next one. If we go into the form, there it is. So now I've captured that because we're in the middle. So far, so good. Well, that was a lot of manual stuff. We're now going to automate it with a caplet file. We type Q to quit. And that shuts down Bettercap, restores the ARP tables, which we have spoofed to tell everybody that we're the router. Now we're going to create a caplet file. And I want to put it in my Bettercap folder. So I'm going to CD to Bettercap. Whoopsie. Oh, I already in the Bettercap folder. Okay, I'm good. Nano spoof.cap. That's a script file for Bettercap that automates attacks and things. So I am going to copy that from the PDF, there it is, and paste it into here. There. Whoops, that's the wrong one. I copied it before I opened up Nano. Now if I do Shift Insert, I get the right stuff. So these are the commands that we ran before. We're now automating it. So Control S to save, Control X to exit Nano. Now our command is going to be very much the same to run Bettercap. We're going to start Bettercap. We're going to specify our interface, and we're going to say use this caplet file. Well, let's press enter and see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot to put in that slash thing again. There we go. And look at there. It already did all that, and it is surfing. I mean, it's not surfing, it's capturing information. A lot quicker than doing it manually. And there's also a lot of built-in caplet files where you can do things. So if you go through, the same process we did before, you can end up with capturing the same information we captured before. There it is, Bettercap and man in the middle.